Hello everyone, I'm Alexander, and my goal with these next two videos will be to give you some of the basics on how to use Wwise, alongside using a project I made within Unity. This video itself will give you the rundown on how the website works, where some of the important downloads and links are, and also just what the project is. Starting with what the project is, I can show you in this little video here. As you can see, it's this little 2D game based in Unity. The whole point of it is that it gives you a small, simple to understand environment where you can implement sounds, music, ambience, all to this one little game with different environments. In the file share, you'll be able to access and download the project. It'll come along with a lot of the sounds implemented. That doesn't mean we're not going to take a lot of them away for you to give it a chance. There is also some things in there for you to change, for you to manipulate. But we'll come to that further down the line. Here, we have the file and folder share. This just has a lot of the sounds that you can implement into the actual project. While a lot of them are already there, like I said, we'll be taking a lot of them out for you to implement. But there's also some that I haven't implemented, and plenty of room for you to find your own royalty-free and safe sounds that you can add. Here, we have a lot of just the basic ambience, from a tavern full of talking people to light rain to just a wind or a breeze. As we go back, we also have the animal sounds. As you saw on the little grass plains, we had a little goat. To the right side in the cave area, we have a bat. Gives you different sounds that you can implement, edit, and see how you like. Lastly, we have the footsteps. This being one of the bigger ones, as it's a big feature within Wwise, being able to automate and integrate footsteps for various different terrains and switch them about, having them randomised so it feels natural rather than too static. Within these folders, each have an MP3 version but also a WAV version, which is more compatible with Wwise. Down here, we have a variety of links. These are all set to various downloads that are helpful and necessary to follow this. The first one here we have is Reaper. This is my DAW of choice, Digital Audio Workshop. This is where you can record the music and also edit sounds if you like for implementing into Wwise. When it comes to implementing into Wwise just sounds, you can just put it into Wwise. It does have a good interface for it, as well as adding effects and editing it. But for making music, I definitely recommend Reaper. There is also an add-on that helps conjoin the two, but for simplicity's sake, for being able to learn both individually, we'll just be doing that. Outside of Reaper, we also have Audio Kinetic. This is the website where you can actually grab Wwise. As here, you can download the Audio Kinetic launcher, and once that's downloaded, you're allowed to access Wwise. Both of these, of course, being free. Lastly, on the top row, we have Unity. Unity is the game engine of my choice, while Wwise does also work with other ones such as Unreal and Godot. I'm using Unity as it was the one I was most familiar with. Here you can download it, and again, just download it for free using the student plan. Down at the bottom, we have two instrument packs, that being Spitfire Audio and the BBC Orchestra. These are both free and very good, high quality instrument packs that you'll be able to use within Reaper for the course of making some music. Lastly, we have the Google Drive where the project itself is held. It's just called Demo Finished, and if you download that, unzip it either just through the basic Windows one, or if you have software such as WinRAR, then you can access it through the Unity Hub. Once you've downloaded all the recommended links with all the software as well as the project, you'll be able to go to your Audio Kinetic launcher. Initially, it'll just have you at this home page, but if you go to Unity and all projects, you'll be able to see the new Unity project you've just downloaded. If not, you can always go to Open Other, find it within whatever folder you've put it in, and then select the folder. Normally, if you're doing a new project, especially just if it's a flat Unity with nothing in it, you'll have a little blue tab here saying Integrate Wwise into project. Because this folder/project already comes with Wwise built in, you don't have to worry about that. You'll just be able to open either your project here in Unity or your Wwise here. Once you've made sure that both your Unity Hub as well as your Audio Kinetic launcher have installed, and also that they both register the project, we can look into the music-based software, such as Reaper and Spitfire. First, when you download Spitfire Audio, you'll come into this page. If you've downloaded the BBC Symphony, you should also have this in your projects, but you can also go to the labs. Here, you can see a variety of instruments. Might seem overwhelming at first, and that's okay. You should take your time, download a few, have a bit of fun with it if you can. There's things like the classic synth that I recommend, things like the electric piano, a lot of simple things, but there's a lot, and there's a lot to have fun with. Vintage drums, a lot of different things. But once you've downloaded this, and you've implemented a few different things into it, you can then go to Reaper. Here is where we'll be able to make all of our music that we can implement into Wwise. First, we can check if everything's installed correctly. If we go to insert our virtual instrument, we go to our instruments, and we'll have a look here. I have a lot more than you might have here, but what we're looking for is Labs and BBC Symphony. If you're lucky, your device will hopefully have just registered that they're here, but sometimes that's not always the case. Ways to solve this is we can go to Options, we go to Preferences, and we go to VST here. You'll have to scroll down a bit, but you go to VST. This is essentially the section of Reaper that scans for any of your instrument packs. If you can just do a rescan. Normally, you have this ticked, and it means it will just scan for any new ones on load up. But for this case, if you're not seeing them, you can edit path list, add a path, and just find where your Spitfire audio is. For the sake of here, mine is in MISC. Might take a little second. There we go. Mine's in MISC, and it's just in Spitfire. Here I can access my files. I would edit the path to go there, and then upon a rescan, they should appear. I won't do it here for the sake of I already have the path scanned, but that's the simple way for you to just access everything on Reaper, add an instrument, and then make some music. Now that we've got all the software installed and we know that it works, that being the Unity Hub, the Audio Kinetic Launcher, and Reaper alongside Spitfire being the add-on to it, we'll be able to go into the next video exploring the project, actually opening it up on Unity, seeing what sounds I've implemented in there, and then opening it up on Wwise and taking chunks of them out, or reverse engineering, so to speak, so that we can show you how the sounds were added, how they were implemented, and what you can do to them. The first thing we'll be doing when we do this in Wwise would just be implementing a simple first sound, just so you get an idea of the process of adding a sound, making an event, and then adding it to your Wwise sound bank, which is part of the integrated process which connects Wwise and Unity. Thank you for listening, and I hope that you stick around for the next episode where we can continue this forward.